Hi guys, today we're going to talk about how to enter scores for your event. First thing you're going to want to do on the back end is go to the scoring section and click on results. That'll take you to the actual result entry page, and this is where you're probably going to spend most of your time on the event day. First thing you're going to want to do is set this status to go live, and what that's going to do is actually set your leaderboard to the status of live now. So this is just an indicator to let athletes and spectators know that the event is actually live. Alright, we're going to skip over how to manage the actual heats and displays on the leaderboard. We'll cover that in another video. So let's scroll down to the actual scoring of the competition here. So there's two ways that you can actually enter scores. There is an all teams tab or an all athletes tab if you're doing an individual competition. So you can basically just enter scores from this single screen, but as you can see, the list is quite long. The alternative is you can actually enter scores by heat. So this gives you a smaller list to work with, and if you tie it into your process, once a heat is done, you get the scorecard, and you can just simply click on that heat and start entering scores. And you can do that throughout the day. It's a cleaner method and a lot easier to deal with when you're dealing with a shorter list. You do also have the ability to search for teams. So if you are back on the All Teams tab here, you can search for teams. It's just extra keystrokes that you need to deal with, but again, it's totally up to your own preference. So let's go ahead and enter in some scores. First thing is when you do receive the scorecard, you're going to go ahead and enter in the score. The formatting for time entries is hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. So what you'll want to do is if the WOD is actually an hour long, you're going to go ahead and enter an hour, but if the WOD time is in the minutes, you're going to go ahead and lead it off with a 00. And then you can go ahead and enter in the minutes and then obviously the seconds. And if you want to go down to milliseconds, you can. There's no need to enter in the semicolon or the colons. Those will automatically be added into the system. So I'll go ahead and save that. And you'll notice when I saved it, a green box appears over the timing here. That just confirms that the actual score you entered has been saved. So I'll just go ahead and enter in a few more, and I'll go ahead and click Save again. You'll see that it turns green. One thing you'll also notice is if you do tab out of it, a red box appears and says Not Saved. So you technically have not saved this, so you want to make sure that you do click Save. And let's go ahead and just fill the rest out real quick, and I'll go ahead and save it. One thing to note is once I saved it, it's not actually on the leaderboard yet. All it's doing is just saving into the system. And you'll see when I click on the leaderboard here, I'll refresh it, and you'll see that there are no scores published. If I go back, so you have the ability to publish the workouts, and it's all dependent on how you want to do it. You can do it immediately after a heat, or you can wait till the entire workout is done so that everything has been entered in, validated, and then published all at once. Totally up to how you want to run that scoring display. But just to kind of give you an idea of how that works is once you've entered in all your scores and you've saved them, you'll notice this indicator here. They're all gray. It basically indicates that these scores have not been published to the leaderboard. What I'll do here is I'll go ahead and select the workout I want to publish, and I'll go ahead and click Publish. You'll notice that the gray indicators have now changed to green, meaning that it's now on the leaderboard. And I'll go ahead and go to the leaderboard, and you'll see that the scores have been published. Alright, so let's move on to explain what this completed reps feature is. This particular workout has a time cap, so completed reps was programmed into this particular workout. So say the time cap was 14 minutes and the athletes just didn't finish it. So what we can do is simply enter in the time cap. We'll save that. And then we'll enter in the total number of reps they completed. So say there was, they finished 129 reps of 400 reps. So we'll go ahead and save that. We'll go ahead and enter another example here just so you can kind of see how that plays out on the leaderboard. So 14-minute time cap, and they have 130 reps here. Okay, let's go to the leaderboard and see how this plays out. Okay, so you'll see here that this particular team here had the time cap of 14 minutes and they completed 130 reps, while this team hit the time cap and completed 129 reps. So obviously this team did better by 1 rep, so they're placed above the other team. And of course they're going to be below everyone else that actually completed the workout within the time cap. Alright, so you basically repeat that same process for every workout. Again, it's all up to you on how you want to enter in the scores as far as your own process. If you do want to unpublish these scores from the leaderboard, say you found a mistake, you can unpublish the entire leaderboard. Basically select the workout here and click unpublish. And if I refresh this screen here, all the scores are removed. And then I can go back and I can go ahead and republish it to the leaderboard. As you'll see, it's back on the leaderboard. Some tips. Some organizers will generally just kind of publish the workouts up until the last workout. That's just to create a little bit of anticipation and keep the crowd and spectators on site until the final heat is completed. Again, totally up to you on how you want to do that. There is another option that you can enable for the leaderboard. If you go under scoring setup here, you can also do real-time tally. So I'll go ahead and set that and we'll see the difference of how that works. We'll go back to results here. Okay, you'll notice that the publish feature is now gone. That's because you're now posting workouts at real time. So what that means is as soon as you enter in scores and click save, it's going to the leaderboard immediately. And you'll see once I click save there, I'll go ahead and refresh this. And you'll see that the leaderboard here is immediately refreshed. So again, as I continue to iterate, it's totally up to how you want to run your event and how you want to display the score. But the features are there. You can play with them and figure out what works best for you.